You mentioned Canada. I think you're trying to find a divide between us that doesn't exist. We're the closest of nations, and we had very good discussions today, but we didn't discuss Canada.
Thank you. Please.
I've only just arrived, but already I can feel there's a real buzz around Washington right now. You can sense.
The world watched in stunned silence as history unfolded before their very eyes. It was supposed to be a diplomatic moment, a carefully orchestrated appearance between two powerful figures. Sir Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, had come to the United States seeking affirmation, recognition, and perhaps even a little admiration from America's most controversial yet influential figure, Donald Trump. But instead of the warm welcome Starmer might have hoped for, the scene turned into one of the most humiliating moments in his political career. On live television,
There's a new leader in town, that he's a true one-off, a pioneer in business and in politics. Many people love him. Others love to hate him.
broadcast to millions, Trump's words landed like a thunderbolt. What was meant to be a symbol of international unity instantly became a global spectacle of rejection. From the very start, there was tension in the air. Trump, known for his unpredictable candor and refusal to sugarcoat anything, wasted no time in making his feelings clear. He didn't offer the usual diplomatic pleasantries. He didn't shake hands with the rehearsed smile we've come to expect from politicians. Instead, he looked at Starmer with that unmistakable expression that signaled something big was about to happen. And then it came, the brutal rejection, delivered without hesitation.
President, did our Prime Minister persuade you not to put tariffs on the UK? And if I may, Prime Minister, do you think that Vladimir Putin is a man who will keep his word? Thanks.
He tried. He was working hard, I'll tell you that. He earned whatever the hell they pay him over there. But he tried.
Echoing across the room like a cannon blast. The audience gasped, reporters scrambled to capture every word, and in that moment, the world knew they were witnessing something unforgettable. For Starmer, this was more than just a political setback. It was a devastating blow to his image on the global stage. For months, he had been trying to project himself as a strong leader, someone who could rebuild Britain's reputation after years of division and uncertainty. But here he was, standing beside Donald Trump, who was not only refusing to endorse him, but actively dismantling his credibility in front of the cameras. It was a public humiliation, unlike anything the British leader could have prepared for. And the worst part, it wasn't happening behind closed doors in a private conversation. It was unfolding live, in real time, in front of an audience that stretched across continents. The silence that followed Trump's rejection was deafening. Starmer tried to maintain his composure, to put on the face of a leader unfazed by the words that had just been thrown at him. But the truth was undeniable. His authority, his strength, and his international standing had just been undermined in the most public way possible. This wasn't just politics. This was a personal takedown, a brutal reminder of how unforgiving the global stage can be. Commentators quickly erupted into debate. Was Trump's rejection calculated, a deliberate attempt to weaken Starmer and challenge Britain's leadership? Or was it simply another example of Trump's unfiltered nature, his refusal to play by the rules of diplomacy? Either way, the damage was done. Starmer had been put in a position no leader ever wants to find themselves in, mocked, dismissed, and rejected before the eyes of the world. But what made this moment so electrifying wasn't just the words that were said. It was the symbolism. In a time when Britain was struggling to redefine its role post-Brexit, when citizens at home were growing frustrated with broken promises and rising tensions, their leader was now being publicly humiliated on foreign soil. For the British people watching back home, the anger and embarrassment was palpable. For Starmer's supporters, it was a nightmare scenario. And for his critics, it was validation, a confirmation of their belief that Starmer was simply not strong enough to command respect on the world stage. This wasn't just about Trump and Starmer. It was about the future of Britain's standing in the world. Could a leader who had just been rejected so brutally ever regain the confidence of his people? Could he rebuild the image of strength that had been shattered in just a few words? Or was this the beginning of a downward spiral that could define his entire leadership? The shockwaves of that moment are still being felt. Political analysts are calling it one of the most damaging diplomatic episodes in recent history. Newspapers splashed headlines of humiliation, opposition leaders seized the opportunity to attack, and social media exploded with memes, clips, and commentary that will haunt Starmer for years to come. For many, it was more than just a political embarrassment. It was a turning point.